wealth maximization. In this regard, now we will be having a case study discussion on Tata Motors and how they have chosen between profit maximization and wealth maximization. What is their decision, and the solution for the two questions will be listed down. So let us start with.
So very good afternoon. So as we all know, today's topic is Tata Motors. When Tata Motors is told, what actually comes to our mind is they give quality products with reasonable prices. That is what is the first thing that comes to our mind. Tata means giving something which is not harming the nature as well as the human. With all the advanced technologies in their any vehicles for that matter, and they are also trying to bring in EV vehicles as you know. And recently also they have launched a product with the maximum of reduction in price, which is affordable for everyone, and as well as it's a very good technology and everything in it. So it is also safe for humans to use also. So when we come for wealth maximization in Tata Motors, it's nothing but they are using some technology or strategy which helps them to sustain in the market or sustain in the stream which they are in for a longer period of time. So when they invest in something else, shareholders, or when they invest in something which is really wealthy for them, even if they don't gain any profit in the coming up stages or the futures, they go into the wealth which they are secured in a particular place or any position for that matter. So when it comes to Tata Motors, it's nothing but they have many of the shares invested in many other places with so many investors as well. So this helps them to, when there is any laws or anything with any matters, for example, when they are not meeting up with their competitors, they may face a loss, or the demand or any other new vehicle or anything comes inside, they may face a loss. So in that matter, when they face a loss, they can come up or bring in this money into it, and they can cope up with their margin, profit margin or anything. So Tata Motors, why they may go for wealth maximization is nothing but sustainability. They already have a very good reputation in the market, which allows them, even now when any vehicles is sold, Tata comes to mind in that they are in the reputation stage. But as far as they are introducing now, and as far issues have been going on in Tata Motors, or Tata, the company itself has so many issues going on. For that now people have started to give or introduce more of vehicles which are of lesser price, so that when people get, as we learned many types of pricing, when gradually they start gaining the trust again and the reputation again, they go to the higher costing of prices or the even more whatever they can or how their profit margin can be increased. So this is why Tata Motors is mainly focusing on wealth maximization.
Well, let us discuss now what is the difference between profit maximization and wealth maximization. Does anyone know what is the idea of profit maximization? Go with yours. About something about wealth management, wealth maximization. Does anyone have idea?
Yes.
So,
Please open up the.
kind of a quick recall. Let me do a quick recall also. This is profit maximization is nothing about you are increasing your margin, your profit maximization, so that you can earn more profit by selling your goods. But then it don't work it on your short run. But when it's coming to the wealth maximization, it's totally opposite. You just make it you won't increase your profit maximization. You won't come up selling your good at high margin rate. If you are selling your good for $10. You want to sell it more than 15, but it won't work it out in the long run, because you need wealth maximization is your main point, so that you expand your companies by selling your shares to your shareholders, all these stuff that happen. So when it comes to Tata Motors, there's two scenarios. One is they're selling, one is they are becoming wealth maximization by getting into the EV cars, and another one is they're selling their old machine cars, engine motor stuff, and by their by doing profit maximization. But I would never recommend doing in profit maximization, because when they sell it in a higher margin rate, the people won't get it maximum of them. They won't, and therefore it will not work for the long run time. And when it comes to wealth maximization, you will face some kind of loss at the beginning stage, but then on the long and run, you'll get more wealth, you'll earn more profit, which is like good for your company's wealth and all these stuff. And when it comes to the main point over here for wealth maximization is it is like you will increase your long-term value of your company. It's nothing but you will increase more, you will get more and more of shareholders, so that you will expand your company and your entrepreneurship, all these stuff. So they will earn more and more of money. But when it comes for the profit maximization, it's like kind of like you sell your goods like more higher price, but then they won't try to buy it. Like maximum of the customers will refuse it. But then they will buy at a certain point, but it will not work at your short run. Let me point out.
So I am to tell about the financial options of the EV market or system. Financial options are debentures, equities and retained earnings. Debentures will provide a long-term funding with the interest, no interest rates. And equities, no fixed interest rate will provide. And retained earnings will not, there is no deduction on ownership. So by this method, Tata Motors decided to prioritize the maximization of wealth maximization in the EV sector.
I tell about the conclusion. Why Tata Motors choose wealth maximization? Because EV companies produce long-term value for the customers. Say for that they choose debentures for long-term, but short term they lost the liquidity stable, but they manage with the debentures and the valuation. Because of they choosing the long-term value for EV motors, they can achieve competitiveness and the shareholders value increase by the wealth maximization. Yes, long term EV motors they choose for a vehicle, use for daily purpose and for years. So their company will choose for only the wealth maximization. For initial stage they want profit, but on long term they always want to choose wealth maximization. So in long term they lost the liquidity, but they balance with the debentures for value. In long term they gain market capital and the leadership. Thank you.
Very good. So, have you people understood the case study about? So, case study about Tata Motors fluctuation between choice between profit maximization and wealth maximization. They have two options: either to invest in EV vehicles focusing on long-term run, wealth maximization, or else choosing and rest of the options that would be a profit maximization. Though profit maximization offer seems to be more attractive, Tata Motors have chosen a pathway towards wealth maximization by choosing EV vehicles. So this is what the case study is that. So the discussion is about why it is most important to choose wealth maximization over profit maximization. So that is the reason for long-term run it is most important to understand the customer needs, preferences, long-term sustainability and everything. So wealth maximization is important. And what is the second question? Why did they opt towards debentures rather than choosing bank loans or any other options for fund or finance? They have opted towards debenture. So debenture in the sense that we are getting a fixed rate of interest from the other financial institutions or other shareholders or anyone. So in this regard, we can avoid some risks or security options that we need to give to the banks or anyone. So this is the answer for this case study. Are you all clear with this? Very good presentation and neat presentation. Very good. Give a hand for